Well, hey, how's it going? Welcome back to episode 2 of my Minecraft Bedrock Let's Play. I am the OP Leprechaun, and this is kind of where we left off. Uh, I did do a couple little grindy things off camera. Got some more wood harvested, because, yeah, we didn't have very much. Added some very rudimentary windows. Kind of an experiment to see what sort of material I wanted to use to texture this house. And yeah, so far the oak windows are not doing it for me. So that tells me that I am probably going to want to texture with stone. So we're going to have a mining episode today. And we're going to decide if we like cobblestone or if we're going to smelt that back into stone when we get back from the mine. Once again, I am the OP Leprechaun, or Ryan, if you want to call me that. I made a couple other changes to the house. You remember my horrible crafting table, not enchanting table, crafting table floor, because, I made 12 crafting tables right from the beginning. I did put a little bit of chest storage up here. Threw my furnace down inside the shack instead of, you know, hanging out in the middle of the grasslands over there. Since I am going to be texturing with stone or cobblestone, I did go ahead and remove all this stone that was underneath the house here and did a little bit of rudimentary terraforming. It's almost completely grown in with grass now. So that way it won't look quite so stone, cobblestone, wood. You know what I mean? I also grabbed over there where I was mining trees in that general vicinity. I grabbed a bunch of the saplings, and I made myself a little spruce tree farm over here in order to not have to depopulate the forest in order to get my resources. So I think one of the first things that I need to do this episode is make a door. I haven't done that yet. So we are going to make a spruce door. Only one set, I promise. Hey, look, I really can do that. It is possible. So we're going to place a door. All right. Now, that's my wood chest up there. So I'm going to take and I'm going to leave wood. Like I said, I didn't go hog wild. I got a lot of saplings out of my little tree farm over there, but I did not go hog wild on mining wood off camera. I did kill a couple more llamas because llamas are evil. Alright, I don't need to use that one stick, but I will use it up eventually here. So I have things that used to be alive. I got a spare bed just because I was out mining trees in a far distant corner of my spruce forest there, so that it wasn't directly in line of sight of my house, because I don't want to depopulate the forest. I'd like it to look nice around here. And I separated my stuff just a little bit. I don't actually... No, why do I have feathers in that one and feathers in another one? Alright, no, I'm not going to bother to cook up one piece of mutton and waste that whole piece of coal. If I ever... I mean, I could make a bow. I'm not much of a bow guy. At least not until I get enchanted bows. Which as I mentioned before, because of my prolificacy? Is that a word? The frequency with which I find skeleton spawners, I usually end up with enchanted bows at very little cost to me. So, I'm going to craft a few more tools before we head down to a mine. I should probably grab one more stone sword, because that one's going to run out. But we can put it up there. I'm going to craft a couple of more stone pickaxes, and I'll show you guys what I meant last time by repairing my pickaxes in the middle of a mining episode. I'm sure there are lots of people out there who know about this already, but there might be a few people out there who don't. And again, Don't know how well I explained myself last episode. Uh, you know, first time, well, that's my mob drop box. That's what that one was. The first time I tried to do this commentary, and, starting a new world and not really knowing where I was going with it or what was going to happen, I kind of rambled a little bit now and then. So we're going to try and ramble a little bit less. There is a wandering trader. I don't have any emeralds, but let's see just what you are trying to shyster me with today. Coral. Oh, sand, because, the desert over there isn't going to get... Yeah, no. I think, yeah, I think it's just going to go away. Yeah, I'm going to get over here before you go invisible on me. There you go. I will take a couple of leads, because then, if I do actually manage to find a saddle, and again, Llama, you are not my friend. Just remember that, okay? Alright. I might as well go drop those off in the house since I'm right here, and I don't want to carry them underground and use up inventory space. So, again, with the whole trying not to get distracted and finish the sentences that I start before, squirrel. I did not explain myself in a very cohesive manner last episode. But I did actually manage to figure out my editing software to a limited degree, and hey, I even managed to make a time-lapse. I was rather impressed with myself. I know that the audio was kind of bunk on that, and I'm hoping that this video is better. I did put some effort into messing with my audio, so we'll see how it turns out, and see if I can manage to figure a few things out. So, if you remember, this is where I was mining over here. Are those the puppies again? Oh, no, this one's a full-grown wolf. You remember the puppies from last time and how they were staring at me like I was going to give them food, or maybe like I was their food? I don't know. Alright, choices. Well, that was an easy choice. That one's a dead end. Okay, so we'll turn around and go on the other one. So this is that cave that I saw when I was mining trees right, like, there. And we are going to go and see if there's anything hiding in plain sight, because, yeah, I'm already kind of over not having any iron. I'd really like a bucket before I got too deep in the world. And plus, it's really convenient if I did want to start doing some farming, which, obviously I do want to do. I need to get a more reliable food source than running around being a chicken chaser. I do need more coal. But this is why I need to get some iron, because, oh lordy, is mining with stone tools. Wow. So, yeah, OP Leprechaun. A friend of mine gave me that name because apparently I am a diminutive red-bearded man, even though I'm only 3 inches shorter than his 6'1". So we went with OP instead of what I really wanted, which was the overgrown leprechaun, because Minecraft wouldn't let me have that long of a name. And OG just kind of sounds pretentious. Hey, look, iron. You are my friend. Alright. Well, I can tell you right now. Oh, I didn't mine it all the way. Stone. It's very hard to mine with stone. I can tell you that after I get a little bit of a decent start on some iron here, I am, for sure, going to be building another furnace down here and smelting some of that iron, because I could really use a bucket, and I could really use some iron pickaxes and iron swords, and hey look, more iron. Alright, the day's already looking better. So, gonna get the rest of this iron here. So the reason, I hear a zombie, and there is more iron above me that I would have missed if the zombie noise hadn't turned me around. The reason that I am playing on Bedrock and not Java, despite the rampant popularity of Java and all the people on YouTube who do play Java and enjoy the popularity of that game. Well, first off, I don't have Java. I did buy it and try to play it on my family desktop / all-in-one that I am playing on, and it did not go very well. Well, yeah, let's just not even go there. It was very unimpressive. So I stick with Bedrock for right now, and there's other reasons that I play Bedrock. Because I am a gamer dad. I play with my children. My daughters both play Minecraft. They only play on creative unless they're playing with me, and then they will deign to play survival. I, on the other hand, only play on survival unless they manage to convince me to play a day on creative, and then I pretty much just fly around and look at stuff. And I'm not a building kind of guy. I am very much a mine and get my resources and learn how to build within those parameters. The whole whatever you want at the touch of a button thing just kind of, I wouldn't say it bugs me, but it's just definitely not the way that I choose to play the game. So the other reason, beyond the ease of access, that I do choose to make these videos in Bedrock is, alright, I'm going to get that water source out of there, so I'm going to turn over here. I'm going to drop down a crafting table, because, you know, we all know that I needed another crafting table, which I actually did this time, but I managed to only make one. So first things first, we are going to build another furnace. We're going to plop that son of a gun right there, and we are going to smelt some iron. Once I have enough iron to make some tools, I'm going to make a bucket first. I'm going to take that water source, and then I'll have some water in case I encounter some lava, or, you know, need to do some MLG buckets or things like that. It's surprisingly useful. I didn't think that I would be very good at it the first time I saw someone do it on a YouTube video, but, you know, practice makes better than I was. Alright, we have just about enough for a bucket. There we go. Bucket, you my only friend. Alright, we're just gonna... I'm going to attempt to do a little bit more manual crafting, even though I'm really not very good. I mean, I know some of the basics. Alright, we're gonna get in the hotbar here, and I am going to put... I have things in my hotbar in a very specific order for me. So like right now, my need to plug a hole in the floor or build a bridge right in the center there. I will probably get something else. That's where my bow will eventually go. My pickaxe is the first tool I use because I mine all the time. Right next to that's the sword and the shovel and the axe, which I don't use as much, especially when I'm mining. It only is really for, you know, breaking wood and stuff. But then my torches are one click of the mouse wheel away on the other side. Actually, I need to make some more of those before I get too carried away with my conversation. And I'm going to get one more set out of it. Alright, and I want to clean up that little spot in my inventory so that I have open inventory space. Alright, so while the rest of that iron is smelting, I'm going to use up a little bit more of my stone pickaxe here. Alright, so back to where I was going with all this before I interrupted myself again. There's not a lot of content out there for the Bedrock players. For multiple reasons. Popularity, and just the fact that Java is so much more widely played on PC. I think Bedrock is actually more widely played overall, but I think those numbers were before this last year, and we all know how much people sat around playing on their PCs in this last year or a year and a few days. You know what I mean. We're not going to mention that because I'd like to keep my channel from being deleted. And we all know how easy that is to have happen. So, mining coal. It takes so long. And I hear a spider somewhere. Where are you at? I don't want you to sneak up behind me and poison me if you're a cave spider. Alright, we're going to move along with this wonderful stone axe here. Switch to another one, and then I'll show you what I mean about repairing the dang things. So, bedrock content. It is actually really hard to find any at all that hangs out for more than like a day or two. And so that puts us kind of in a quandary if you are a bedrock player, because Bedrock and Java work very differently. I mean, they're written in different languages on the computer. The enchantments are similar, but not the same. The amount of enchantments that you're allowed to have on any given item is very different in Bedrock. It's very limited. I mean, some items only have spots for 2 enchantments or 3 at tops. And in Java, I've seen people play... Now, again, I don't play enough Java to know if this is a mod or if that's normal gameplay, but I've seen a YouTuber who had like 11 enchantments on his sword, and he had all of them. So, again, that very well could be a mod rather than just normal gameplay. But we don't get to do that in Bedrock, because we don't get to have mods in Bedrock. Oh, I am... Let's see, I think... Oh, I do have a couple more pieces of iron, because I am 2 away from a full iron set of armor. And I will do that before I get any iron tools, because I still have all the stone ones I made, and I am a hoarder, thrifty guy. Oh, you should see me later on in this game when I start filling up chest after chest after chest of cobblestone and granite, and yeah. Oh, Skyrim. That's even worse. When I play Skyrim, it's... I don't build houses in Skyrim because I think they look cool. I build houses in Skyrim because I ran out of places to let me put a chest, and all my chests are full, and I can't fit any more in there because the game lags too far. Yeah, it's kind of a problem. It's a good thing it doesn't like correlate into my real life too badly. So, while I'm sitting here doing all this, I am working towards the idea of trying to have more content available for us Bedrock players, and people actually commenting and responding and hopefully helping each other out. It's, I'm not even just doing it for myself. I'm doing it for anybody else who might play Bedrock, who would like to have the same kind of community resources that Java players have access to. And right now, that is very, very not the case when it comes to Bedrock. It's just not as popular content. So, I do not expect to, revolutionize Minecraft and Minecraft videos on YouTube. It's not going to happen. We all know that. I think this was a dead end. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else down here. But I kind of have a feeling there was another cave on the other side of where I was mining that iron. So I was hearing a lot of spiders. So we're going to go over this way and just mine for a few minutes and see what we find. Because I hear water. I'm heading in the general direction of it. It could be above me. It is above me. Hey, look at that. Alright. So, more cave. I don't know that I really want to go up in a cave, but I will to get the iron, because once I do break these stone tools, I will not be using stone tools anymore. I will be graduating to iron, so I'd like to gather as much iron as I can during this initial mining trip. Now, I know a lot of people are like, why are you doing all this? Why aren't you just going running through the caves looking for diamonds? Well, I will get diamonds because I do want people to see these videos, and I understand that thumbnails of diamonds get people to watch your video. They might only watch it one time. That might be the only time they ever watch it, when they realize that it's Bedrock and I don't want to watch Bedrock. And I get it, I do. Diamonds are a thing that bring people to these videos. So I'm absolutely not going to skip over diamonds if I find them. But my goal here is not to find diamonds. My goal here is to find iron, coal, some lapis, because when I go back up to my house, I am going to finish texturing it, and I kind of think that's where the episode's going to end today, is texturing up that house and getting something closer to respectable. But I wanted to do a mining episode, and I need to mine to get the resources that I want to use to texture the house. So here we go. We got a mining episode. The reason that I'm not going to spend too much time going nuts, going caving, looking for diamonds, is because, well, I don't want to get them yet. I like I said, I will. I'm not going to say no to diamonds. I'm not going to spend too much time trying to get down to level 11 and all that stuff. What I like to do, and this sounds weird to a lot of people, is I like to build my enchanting table, and I like to start out with 5 or at most 10 bookshelves. I don't want to get the full 15 and get max level enchanting, especially if I don't have a spawner or an auto smelter or auto farms, something that I can get large amounts of XP, being AFK and off camera. That is the best way to, get your levels going. Cactus farm, bamboo farm, stuff like that. That's really, really productive. But what I do want to do is play at those mid-level enchantments. So, remember last episode I mentioned how I have an entire underground city. Well, I didn't really explain that very well. The thing that inspired me to do that was, well, the thing that inspired me to make my underground dwarven city, if you want to call it that, rather than the leprechaun city, the friends that I play realms with, we play a lot together in spurts, where it's, sometimes we will do, oh, there we go. This is what I'm talking about with the pickaxes, or any piece of tooling. So you can take it up here in just your regular, but not enchanting table, and you can put 2 unenchanted items in there, and at no cost of levels, you can repair that. So what I'll do is I'll wear that one down to where it's in the red. I'll swap it out with the full one, and then I'll do the same thing. And so I end up getting a lot of mining out of very little stopping and crafting more and using up sticks underground. I mean, I've gone strip mining where I've done that with stone axes, and I've gone 200 blocks, 3 blocks tall, straight, without having to stop and turn around and go back. I will fill my inventory completely without having to stop and build more stone tools, which is a really, to me, efficient way to do things. It's even better with iron. So, again, the underground world. My friends and I, when we're not playing a race to the end or a you dead kind of deal, we kind of have our own little factions that we play. We've got some guys who absolutely hate mining. They cannot stand it. Away now. That's right, I'm really glad I crafted iron armor first of all, and didn't worry about an iron sword. That is the one nice thing about having a bow, and I probably should have made one, is it's a lot easier to deal with a creeper with a bow. And I know that there are a lot of people out there who are able to hit them and get away and do all that kind of stuff before they have a chance to blow up, and that's not a skill I've acquired all that much yet. I'm still working on it, though. I'm gonna eat real quick. So in our factions that we play on our realms and our server worlds together, there's guys that don't like to mine. They only like to do brewing and enchanting, and there's some of us that absolutely love mining, and we don't like going above ground if we don't have to. So I was watching the NeoCubist, who I've mentioned before. He's a really great content creator. He's a really good guy from all appearances. If you've never watched him, you should go give his channel a check out, because he really has, for all that he claims to not be the guy to teach you how to play this game in survival, he has taught me a lot. So he was getting to a point in his world where he'd gone to the end, he'd beat the Ender Dragon, he had, Elytra. Why was I blanking on the name Elytra? I have no idea. So he had Elytra, and he had mending on everything, and he had max enchantments. He built a giant 49 by 50 dark spawner in a 50 by 50 quarry that he dug all the way down to bedrock. I mean, the man puts in some work. I mean, that's his full-time job, though. So when he got to that point of being just absolutely bored with his Minecraft world, he decided to change it up. And he decided to go underground and not come up to daylight again. And he spent weeks of videos, weeks and weeks, hours and hours and hours of videos underground, never going to the surface again. And the stuff that he got to come up with, the creativity of all that really made me want to go, I am part of the Dwarven Nation in our Realms group. I bet you that would be a lot of fun for me. So I did. I went over, I found emeralds. I haven't found emeralds in the wild in quite some time. I think I will have to... Alright, well, because it's emeralds, now I have to do that. And I have to make an iron pickaxe before I really planned on it. But I will do it for the emeralds. Ooh, I wish I had Silk Touch. It's a lot more fun to have emeralds with Silk Touch, because then you can just put the emerald ore, and it looks really cool when you have it as a decoration. So, in case you didn't know, if there is anybody out there who knows less about this game than me, the other ores, things like gold and redstone and lapis and especially diamonds, you absolutely must have iron tools in order to mine them. You can break them with stone tools, but if you do that, it will take forever, and you won't get any ore for it. They will just break and they will disappear. And that is very, very unfortunate if you don't actually know that. Oh, nice. I have almost another stack of iron. Ooh, that makes me really happy. All right, I have almost 2 stacks of coal, but I am going to get some more because, especially in the early stages of the game, you can never have enough coal, and you can always craft it into coal blocks and save some inventory space. All right, we need to get rid of some of this gravel off of this coal. All right. Nope, no more coal into that gravel. Nope, not into that gravel either. All right, so I'll keep mining coal and keep chit-chatting about the Dwarven Nation and my underground kingdom. But the reason I bring all that up is the fact that I did get 1 diamond pickaxe right away. I picked a really lucky spawn, so how I set that all up was I gave myself a starter chest, a very specific starter chest, and it had 4 of every sapling, because you need 4 to grow either a jungle tree or a dark oak, and I had 2 cow spawn eggs, 2 chicken spawn eggs, 2 sheep, 2 pigs, 2 villagers, all the things that I would eventually want in my underground world. I had enough to start breeding them. And then I went underground, buried the hole in behind me, and I planted 1 tree and hollowed out a 10 block cube underground at level 40. And that was how I started my world. It is now a large metropolis. Maybe one of these days I will actually show a video of me bumming around that world a little bit. I don't want to go back and forth too much. I really want to stick with the Let's Play, but maybe on a weekend or whatever, I will get one of my daughters to play the game with me a little bit, and we'll go hang out in my underground kingdom, and then you guys can see that. The reason I bring that all up is I got diamonds right away. I happened to pick a lucky direction to go. I found a great ravine. I looked over the edge of a waterfall, and there was a lava pool with diamonds. I mean, I was in the game for about 5.5 minutes by the time I found diamonds. So I did get myself some iron. I made an iron pickaxe. I made myself a bucket so that I could mine the diamonds. And then I made 1 diamond pickaxe, and I mined myself 20 obsidian. Now that's more than you actually need for the purposes of enchanting table and nether portal, but I just, it's a nice round number, and I'm getting too much coal, so we are going to throw it on the crafting table, and we're going to make some coal blocks to free up some inventory space, which you can do over here like this, and there we go. Now I have some more room. That's a really nice feature. There's good parts to mining coal ore with silk touch, and there's bad points. When you're if you're using fortune, you're gonna have so much coal that you're gonna run out of room with coal blocks. That's just a fact. But the bad part about mining it with silk touch is, yeah, you can save it for later, and it's kind of cool looking to have the ore in a random spot in your house or your farm or whatever, but you can't combine them and turn them into any other form of anything. So I like to mine them that way. And I'm gonna throw down a chunk of gravel. Ooh, did I go? No, I didn't go see any lava yet, did I? Alright, well, we're gonna go find out if I've been this direction. I don't think I have. I need a torch here. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna leave that just as kind of a deterrent for anything that might be chasing after me. Oh, yay. Alright, I'm gonna risk it. Absolutely wasn't worth it. So now I'm going to do that. Just to remind myself that it ain't worth going down there anymore. Because I don't need to backtrack and have that whole thing cave in on me. So, we're going to pop down here and get a little lower in the world and see what we can... There's nothing down here. It's a really small cave. That's the first one I found. And I'm sure that I probably missed a section. And somebody will let me know eventually that I did miss it. Boy, I'll tell you what. Time sure flies when you're playing this game and you're not really paying attention. I am already over 30 minutes of recording time, and I had no intention whatsoever of recording for that long. Alright, I already went down that way. That was a dead end. Well, yeah, it was a dead end down there at the very bottom. So, a little way that I have found to navigate my way around in these caves. Honestly, I'm probably high enough right now that I'd be better off just mining straight up than trying to find my way back, because I don't really think that I have many... yeah, because that was just a hollow I mined out. I don't really think that there's much... So one of the things that I do to find my way around is I always place my torches on the left-hand side of the wall on my way in. See, when I went this way, they're all on the left-hand side. Oh, there's a couple of caves that I missed. Alright, since I'm already going overtime, I might as well just keep on going. I think this is a big loop. We're going to find out. Yep, it is just a big loop. With nothing really all that spectacular in it. What was over here in this dark little hole here? That might not be nothing. Alright, I'm going to fix up my pickaxe, even though I don't actually need to. Again, it hurts my soul not to. Let us pop our head over here. Pop down one more for a nice little... hey, that looks like a great place for stuff to spawn. Well, there is some iron down here, so I will happily grab that. I don't think I'm low enough in the world for lava, but if I am, I have the water bucket for that. I definitely have enough to do the texturing on the house that I wanted to do. And so what I should really do right now is just get the heck out of here. But as I was saying, oh, I just about missed that chunk of iron. Probably the one above it? Nope. All by itself. So when I'm caving, like I said, I put all my torches on the left-hand side. So if they're on my left, that means this is a cave that I'm going into. If they're on the right, I know it will lead me out. There's a zombie somewhere. Okay, down here. Alright, well there's more coal down there, so I'm not going to mine any more coal at the moment. I will block off that water. Kind of curious about random zombie noises. I'm sure there's other caves that I'm completely ignoring. What just hit me? Seriously, what just hit me? I took damage from something. Is there a zombie below me? What the heck? Is there an invisible mob attacking me that I'm unaware of? I mean, it could be a witch. Those invisible mobs literally do exist, but you would probably get hit with a splash potion or, die fast, Steve, But we'll see. Alright, that looks like a dead end. There's nothing in those ones there. Okay, I just heard something drop into water. Okay, there's a zombie somewhere around here. Alright, well, I'm gonna mosey my way this direction. I'm pretty sure this is how I got in here. No. This is where I mined a whole bunch of stuff. This is how I got in here. Ah, okay. Well, hey, look, I didn't have to drill a hole to the surface. Is that a ravine over there? Or is it just more... Well, no, I've already apparently been that direction. Was I just going in a giant circle? Well, no, there's no torches over here. More waterfall. There's coal everywhere. I picked a really good spot to start mining for early game. Alright. I don't need a crafting table to make torches. I can just... not quite enough for a stack, but it'll work. This hole seems to go really deep. Alright. Not going to worry about any of that iron right now. That hole goes really deep. That's a skeleton down there. I can just barely see his bow. Okay. We are not ready for that yet. We are absolutely not ready for that yet. I want to get my house finished up. And what I'm going to do is, because I do get lost in caves really, really easily, I'm going to put down crafting table. I'm going to make another one. I'm going to leave that one there, and I'm going to make a sign. Alright, so that sign is going to say deep mine. No, not mine shaft. I'll confuse myself. Deep hole ahead. That way, I will always know that there's something interesting over here as soon as I spot that sign on top of a crafting table in the middle of a cave. Yeah, I think that's probably a good call with... That was way deep. Yeah, I think I need to leave all this alone right now. My video's running a little bit long, and I do want to... I'm going to not... Yeah, no, I'm trying to talk myself out of it, but I'm just going to go away before I talk myself into it. And I'm going to go finish my house and finish up this episode. That's where I made my first iron. I need to go up from there. See how you get confused when you've got torches on both sides? Where did I come into this world? Right here, I think. Yes. This was the initial cave that I started in. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 torches right there. That is my universal symbol for me to know that that is a spot of somewhat importance. Alright, it is not nighttime, which is a great thing when you're coming out of the cave. It's always fun when you just get out of the cave and immediately have to go hide in the dark. And I'm not going to be able to run here soon, but I want to get back to the house and put my smelters... Nope, I can't run anymore. Might as well just get out. Alright, now we're going to get back to the house. I'm going to put down my second smelter. I'm going to smelt the rest of that iron up, because I have almost a stack, and I can get rid of these stone tools. And I'm going to get one going with some cobble in it, so that I can see if I like it better with stone or cobblestone. I'm really thinking I'm going to stick with cobblestone, but there are no guarantees in life. Alright, so I'm going to take... I didn't actually gather that much cobble. Alright, well, that'll be enough to... Alright, I'm going to take that coal back out. I'm going to put that... no, I don't need to do... Alright, give me iron. And I will break up one more block into more coal. And one more. What the heck? Alright. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to make some stairs. I'm going to need at least 12, so we'll call it 16. I want to make a few sets of slabs. I don't need that many slabs, but I want to have them just in cases. And what time is it? No, it is not. Okay, so we're going to try this and see how it looks. The last time I did this was... hey, look, my old friend Stair Physics. Alright. Alright, we're going to move that. We're going to move that. And we're going to put a torch right there. And a torch right here. And we're going to come across with a couple of slabs. Little too uniform. I think if I broke that slab out of there. Alright, I need to get some of my fence out of my wood. I'm going to say I should still have some fence left. Oh, yeah. Nope. I definitely get distracted and do not play this game the way that I normally would. Let's try some of this. I definitely like that. That I am going to do. And that's one thing I noticed, and I apologize about that during the time lapse. I don't practice a whole lot with using the strafe left and right buttons. So I definitely noticed that during the time lapse there was a whole lot of ducking and weaving and all this kind of stuff that was really kind of obnoxious. So I apologize for that, and I am going to make an effort to not do a whole bunch of that anymore. Alright, did I already smelt up all of that cobble? No, good, because I think that I like... Alright, I'm going to take that out and not waste that block of coal that I put in there. Well, I have a little bit of stone, so I can definitely build something later, but I'm going to get it up in here in my building chest and get that flint out of there. And that andesite. Alright, gravel. Who actually wants gravel? Nobody I know, that's for sure. So, I need to use my floor and make a few more sets of stairs. I didn't quite have enough to finish this out. So again, I do apologize about the herky-jerky, car-sick-inducing feelings that were going on during that time lapse, and I will do my darndest not to repeat that and train myself to build with an eye towards the way other people are going to be watching it and not just me, who's solely focused on this one aspect. So, I think I'm going to continue that stair pattern, right? No. How do fences go on stairs? You know, that's actually not bad when I do the trapdoors overhead. Let me get... I think I had a couple of trapdoors that I accidentally made. I do. Alright, I do that. And then I need just a couple of spruce slabs. And yes, I can manage to make just a couple. Alright. So, what I'm going to do here is fight with that, and that, and just see how that looks for framing. You know, that's actually not too bad. I think I can move those torches back up here. And I will probably end up doing something similar to the windows right after I sleep. And then we will come back when I have figured out some window treatments. Alright, so this is kind of a hybrid design of what I was originally planning. Not sure exactly if it was just my color palette or exactly what it was that I screwed up on this one. It might be the fact of using cobblestone instead of stone brick and spruce instead of dark oak. I've done similar houses before. The front, yeah, I still got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. It's not plain Jane anymore. That is a fact. Hello, sunset. It's very, very orange. You can't see the sun going down because the mountains are in the way. So, I am going to call it an episode here. A little bit of mining, some iron armor, a little bit of texturing on the house. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it that way. I definitely am going to go down to the beach and get some sand and make some glass panes for those windows. It definitely looks better without the fence in the windows and all this fence up here. Let me know what you think. Offer me some suggestions. Again, I am always looking for suggestions on how I can do things better in this game. One thing I do know that I need to do, see all those mobs spawning over there? They also really, they're in my tree farm. Tree farm is only good during daytime. The other place that they really like to spawn if I'm not actually in my bed right when it gets dark is right up here. So I think one of the things I'm going to do is flatten this off to this level. Give myself some stairs and easier access. And I think this is where I'm going to make my first little farm up here. Probably going to be half wheat, half potatoes if I can find any. There are an awful lot of zombies around here, so my chances of finding zombies are, better than not finding, not by a whole lot. So, let me know what you think. Again, any ideas for what I should be doing in this world? And, oh, there's donkeys. Nice. Don't know if with the new update you can still put chests on them, but that might be something nice. And yeah, I know there's surface coal there, and I'll grab it eventually, but I really don't want pock marks all over my area right outside my house. It looks kind of janky that way. I mean, I did already smooth this off a little bit. There were some random 1 and 2 block little grass walls here and there. A lot of pigs, so I've been harvesting pigs. They last a little longer than the chickens. Another cave there. Well, next time we go caving, I'll check that one out since it is so handy-dandy and close to home. So, yeah, I definitely don't like the front of the house. I'm going to have to work on that. That might be stone fence? I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you think. Offer me some suggestions. But for now, I'm going to call this a screenshot and an episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.